Elon Musk is the real president of the United States. It is crucial for us as entrepreneurs to have crystal clear understanding as to where the power structure exists in this country, because democracy only serves as a veil for capitalism. And I told you time and time again, you've been watching this channel. If not, you better ask somebody. Click the subscribe button and click the bell notification to stay on top of every cash making opportunity that I encounter as entrepreneurs that are seeking sources of revenue, whether it's coming from grants that the federal government is issuing. Most of our viewers have been able to win grant money from the federal government after watching our videos. Just go ahead and check the library and witness the tens of millions of dollars that I have raised for America's entrepreneurs. If you have an understanding as to where the true power structure lies, now you simply align your organization with its mission. So you have an exact understanding of, all right, listen, the federal government is deploying capital towards these types of organizations. I've told you in the past how Dan Gilbert, he made the Forbes top 100 at a net worth of $34 billion by donating to political allies on both sides of the aisle. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at Elon Musk's political activity and where he's been deploying his capital, dating back decades at this juncture. Look, back in '01, donated $1,300, simply dipping his toe in the water. Garcetti for mayor, 2013. Garcetti for mayor. Now, let's just take a look. What were the benefits of him working with Garcetti back in those days? Garcetti for mayor. Elon Musk had promising conversations with LA mayor about plans to build tunnels under the city. Elon Musk has had promising conversations with Los Angeles Mayor Eric Garcetti about his plans to build a tunnel network under the city, but acknowledged getting a permit for such a project is harder than creating the technology itself. The billionaire Tesla CEO has a startup called the Boring Company with the aim of finding a way to ease traffic. In December 2016, Musk tweeted that LA traffic was driving him nuts. He didn't bring this project to fruition. It did not completely come to life. Nonetheless, this allowed him to build relationships. Remember, you're delivering some type of value to an entity, in this case being the mayor of this city. And this allowed him perhaps to go ahead and liaise other deals that he was able to work with the city to get his initiatives pushed through. Let's take a look again at the donations on Open Secrets, which is simply yanking data from FEC filings. $25,000 to the National Republican Congressional Committee back in 2006. $10,000 to Wesley Stephen P., Democrat. Dianne Feinstein, $1,000, Democrat. Californians for Clean Alternative Energy, 2006, $75,000. Now, if we take a look, you'll see that he clearly benefited from the regulations that Arnold Schwarzenegger put into an effect. Schwartz. Hopefully I'm spelling it right. During his administration. We'll just go ahead and take a look at what the brain told us. Right here, look. If you take a look. Executive Order S-305. Governor Schwarzenegger set ambitious targets to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, aiming to reach 1990 levels by 2020. Global Warming Solutions Act, AB 32. This legislation mandated a reduction in emissions to 1990 levels by 2020. Renewable Portfolio Standard, SB 107. Benefits to Musk's companies. The state focus on reducing vehicle emissions and promoting zero-emission vehicles created a favorable market for Tesla electric cars. Solar City. Incentives for renewable energy adoption, such as subsidies and tax credits, facilitated the growth of Solar City solar installation services. Stop thinking about Democrat and Republican. It has nothing to do with that. It's all about the green, not red and blue. It's all about that paper, USD. Now he came out of his pockets, what, $290 million to elect the president, to help Republicans also take power in the Senate, to put him in a place where he is absolutely untouchable. There is no shadow government. The country has always worked that way. And if you want to work with me to ensure we stand the best chance to meet all of the objectives that you've set for your business operations and everything financial, go ahead and join the waiting list. The link is in the video description below. I'll let you know what else we got to do. I worked with the 2012 Obama campaign, with the Trump campaign. Listen, and both of them became president. So I got the golden touch, baby. Shout me out. We'll discuss it. We'll see if we are a good fit. So go ahead and keep taking a look at what's going on over here in terms of what were the donations that he took, or rather deployed. Look, George Bush, $2,000 back in '03. Dana Rora Baca, $2,000 back in '03. Wesley Clark, 2003. Look, and just take a look. Again, forget about Republican, forget about Democrat. He's donating on both sides of the aisle. The only reason that Donald Trump actually became a Republican because that was the only chance that he had to able to establish a mainstream presence that would put him in the White House. That's the only reason that he did it. Nonetheless, who cares? He could have come out as a Democrat and he would have still won. Dana Rohrabacher, he would just said what Democrats wanted and that's it. He would have made it. John Kerry, $2,000 back in 2000. That's a federal donation. National Republican Congressional Committee, Barbara Mikulski. Look, Democrat, Republican, Democrat, Republican. Look, Dianne Feinstein, 1,000 bones right there. National Republican Congressional Committee. He's donating. Look, Wesley Steven. Now let's keep going. Governor Schwarzenegger's California Recovery Team. You already saw how he benefited from that. Californians for Clean Energy. If you keep going down, $10,000 to Arnold Schwarzenegger's campaign back in '06. Look, see, he's just dipping his toe in the water at this juncture because coming out of his pockets, $250 million to elect this new president to become president himself. And this dates back. I mean, people are like, oh, it's a shadow government. He's got some coup in play. This has already been going on as soon as, look, Musk spent more than $250 million to elect Trump, including funding a mysterious super PAC new filing show. All right, 277 to back Trump and Republican candidates, because if he has one political party in power in both the legislative and executive branch, he is absolutely untouchable. All right, look, back in November of 2024, Elon Musk joins Trump calls with world leaders. The president-elect had Elon Musk listen in and speak with Ukrainian President Zelensky. So you're telling me that Trump is speaking to these people before he does? All of these initiatives you're seeing that the government is launching internationally. For instance, the proposal of sending prisoners out to some super prison in El Salvador. What do you think that came from right here? Take a look. Elon Musk, the Tesla billionaire, who is one of the biggest Bitcoin and crypto price influencers, has shared details of a secret meeting with El Salvador's Bitcoin backend President Nayib Bukele, September 23rd, 2024. And just recently, Marco Rubio went on a trip to El Salvador to meet Bukele. And what? He started proposing sending U.S. citizens and residents to El Salvadorian super prison. Now, they're talking about they want to break up the USAID. What's their main mission? And what did he say? Great idea, as if that idea was not his. I'm pretty sure that came directly from his powerhouse, from his soul mindset in terms of, okay, this is the way that we are going to ensure that we cut the amount of money that we're paying towards the prison system here in the United States. Remember, he's part of the Department of Government Efficiency, which is meant to cut costs. Kelly has agreed to take on American prisoners and migrants and everyone who is committing crimes in this country, I believe, at a lower rate than the government is actually paying here. So that came from him. Look, if he warmed up the meeting back in September and then out the gate, Rubio visited Bukele just around these days, look, just keep going to the money. Just keep looking at where it's at. I'll show you one real quick. So look, $1,000. Look, we're going to scroll. We're going to take a look at where the 5-figure donations are going. And even this was making noise. 250 here, 500. So this is the position in which you want to ultimately be if you want to have real power in this country. If you're looking for that $1 billion exit, National Republican Congressional Committee, if you want that net worth on your generational wealth, $28,000 to the National Republican Congressional Committee. bond. Keep on going down. Democratic Senatorial Committee received $5,000 back in 2009. And if you go ahead and keep searching, Whitman, where's the Obama donation? Right here, $2,300 to the Obama campaign, okay, back in 2007. And you know how he benefited from that. I'll take a look right here. He donated $35,000 right here. Look, Musk's largest previous political donation was a $50,000 contribution to the McCarthy Victory Fund in 2017. And before that, he gave more than $35,000 to the Obama Victory Fund in 2011. And what did he get as a result? Federal loans and tax credits for Tesla in 2010. Tesla received $465 million loan from the Department of Energy's Advanced Technology Vehicles ATVM loan program, which was part of Obama's push for clean energy and electric vehicles. This loan helped Tesla scale production of the Model S, which played a major role in the company's success. Tesla repaid the loan 9 years early. So if you're fighting with your family members because they voted for Trump or another voted for Biden and you're not holding family gatherings due to that, it's absolutely ridiculous because it does not matter. You see him donating on both sides of the aisle. There is no coup. It's simply out there for the world to see at this juncture. And that's creating more publicity for his platform. Remember, when Donald Trump was president, he made Twitter a household name. Now, Musk facing all the challenges of taking this organization, restructuring it, layoffs. You've heard all the drama and everything that's going on in that tech platform, removing bot accounts and cleaning the platform up according to what his standard is aiming to achieve. If he gets enough publicity towards this platform, he increases the chance vastly that it becomes a success. Trump is probably the biggest showman ever known to man to hack the media to become president. If he came out of his pockets $250 billion to elect this man, you know he had to use some of that money to pay off his legal bills, do a number of favors to get the law off of his back, all of those pending cases. There was even a lawsuit that Donald Trump had filed against Meta. Meta actually had to settle with him $21 million. And Elon Musk himself, is this the article right here? Look, back in 2022, already lawmakers were worried about, quote, worried about Elon Musk's power as too powerful and increasingly reckless right here. Look, between launching 4 astronauts and 54 satellites into orbit, unveiling an electric freight truck, and taking over Twitter this month, Elon Musk made time to offer unsolicited peace plans for Taiwan and Ukraine, antagonizing those countries' leaders and irking Washington. A 2-decade partnership between Musk and the federal government helped the United States return to global dominance in space and shift to electric cars, and made the tech geek an internationally famous CEO. But many in Washington, even as they praise his work in areas of national security, now see Musk as too powerful and too reckless. Listen, the power in this country has always been wielded by the select few, the 0.001%, okay? Again, why Meta is paying $25 million to settle a Trump lawsuit. They also filed a lawsuit against Twitter because they banned Donald Trump's account on November 20th, 2024. Lawyers for Trump and for Elon Musk's company X filed a joint letter to the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals in San Francisco without press release and fanfare. That court is expected to rule on the legal merits of a set of 2021 lawsuits that Trump had filed against X, Facebook, and YouTube, alleging that the companies had unlawfully removed their social media accounts. Oral arguments in 2023 had gone poorly for Trump, as recently, nearly 2 years after Musk took over the country, filed a brief. So basically, in context, the litigants were no longer adversaries, and the plaintiff was about to become president of the United States. Musk had spent more than $250 million to help elect Trump the day before the letter filed. There's something about they had reached a settlement offer, but what more of a settlement do you want than $250 million? Look, by Trump has recently traveled, Musk more or less to negotiate settlement with Trump in the Facebook case. So Mark Zuckerberg, he went to Facebook and he attended the inauguration. So they all fell in line. Gangster play right there. See, because All these organizations are doing, these titan organizations, these oligarchs, whatever you want to call them, is they're paying off the mob. The United States is the mob, essentially. It's the big gang with all of the weapons. So in order to stay protected, you pay them off and you get legislation that's in favor of the way that you want to operate to ensure that your sales are as seamless as possible. That's the big picture. Now, you want to get closer to achieving that big picture, executing and bringing to life your noble motives. Go ahead and join the wait list and we'll operate together to ensure that we grow this as big as possible. $22 million fund will go to fund Trump's presidential library, and the rest will go to legal fees and other plaintiffs. Take a look. We don't have a comment or guidance. Look, you can read the rest of this stuff. It's all right here, clearly in black and white. And you want to keep going. You want to keep going and see exactly what's going on. Oh, I don't think I told you. How did he benefit? Yeah, you saw it. Tesla received $465 million loan. He paid it back. Tesla repaid the loan 9 years early in 2013. Tesla customers will also benefit from the $7,500 federal tax credit for electrical vehicle purchases, which stimulated demand for EVs right here. Future Leaders Pack. Again, on both sides of the aisle. He has to deploy his money everywhere. So he's ensured that he's covering his basis, hedging his investments in everything, absolutely everything. Look, $2,500 again to the Obama campaign in 2011. And again, $2,500 in 2011. And you see all of the benefits right here. And it keeps on going down the line. Now he's doing what he wants to do. Look, even Marco Rubio got $2,500, $2,500, $5,000. Just basically hedging his bets all over the place. And that is exactly how every single titan of industry has operated since the inception of what you call the greatest democratic experiment known to man, which is, again, just a cloak for capitalism, ensuring that the real power is neither in blue or red, but that green, that USD, in marked or unmarked denominations. At this level, it doesn't even matter. So you keep on browsing and just seeing exactly what were the benefits of this dude. Look, more than $250 million. He's got both the legislative and the the legislative and the executive branch in his pocket. And now they're complaining that it's a coup. All of this is simply to get your attention because you got to remember when Biden was in office, ratings for his State of the Union addresses, ratings for any public address that this man presented before the American people were down in comparison to Donald Trump. So that's a big revenue loss for all of these advertisers that deploy less capital to ensure that they stay in front of the eyes of the American people. That's what you have to solely understand. It's all about attention. You want to work on increasing the amount of attention that you are able to attract using these social platforms because that is still democratized. We still have a chance to enter the space and actually build a community around whatever movement that you have designed right here in between your ears. Simply to go out and start to communicate to people, start having those little signals out there that people can touch so they can start to subscribe to your newsletter, subscribe to your channels, subscribe to every single digital asset that communicates and project everything that you want to bring to life. Watch the video you see on the screen right now so you have exactly what you need to ensure you are able to capitalize on every single grant taking and cash making opportunity that I encounter.